everyone, Shauna from Style Staging and Design. Thank you for joining me. Today we are talking about home office design and more specifically Feng Shui. I'm super excited to share this with you because who couldn't use some more better, awesome, nurturing, yummy energy in their space? Okay, so full disclosure, I wish we had enough time to get really down to the science of it because there is a science and very, very specific way to do Feng Shui. I can't honor that today because it is very, very involved. So please go educate yourself, look into it, and see what it's all about because it is really fascinating and interesting. If you find yourself a little overwhelmed, give us a call. We do have services and packages for Feng Shui to help promote your home and your balance. Okay, let's get into it. So, the basics of Feng Shui, Feng meaning air, Shui meaning water, are natural elements. So, we really want to have a good flow of energy and balance of energy in your space. That's what Feng Shui is all about, supporting us and our energy inside and out so that we're optimized to be our best selves. Let's get to the tips. So I did find a really cool resource online, 7 essential tips on items to Feng Shui your desk. So Google that, or you can go to, it's kind of a lengthy one, www.herworld.com/woman/career/how Feng Shui your office desk essential items you need. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of tidbits from these items and how I've found ways to make them functional in my space. I don't want you to have to go out and buy a bunch of items. I want you to be able to use things that you already have. That's what design's all about. Okay, the first piece that they want to talk about is plants. Plants are hugely important for our life. Not only do they warm up a space, but they give us such grounding energy and remind us of nature. So when it comes to your office space and Feng Shui, you really want to have an actual living, breathing plant. And so one of the options there, not only do you get that great earth with your plant, but you also get the lovely option of having the plant cleaning and clearing your air for you while you're sitting there working. Multitasking, hey? So there's 3 main plants that they recommend. The first one being jade. The second one I have not heard of, but I'm going to be Googling. It's called silver crown. And the third one being a money plant. So get your plants out, put them on your desk, and get ready because the next element that we're going to add in there are mirrors. Mirrors are so lovely. They really reflect the light. They give us a little bit more of a feeling of more space, but they also give us the feeling of introspection. So really looking inside and deeper, that kind of mindfulness. If you have a situation where your desk is not able to face the door, then they highly recommend mirrors on the wall so that you can see what's behind you and creates that energy, keeps it going and flowing. Okay, number 3 is my favorite. Crystals. I am a crystal girl. I love crystals and I love collecting them. So as you can see, I wear them. I also have them all over my house, in my car, on my keychains. They're all over the place. Different crystals have different properties and bring different energies to us. So a lot of crystals help to neutralize or get rid of negative energy. Pretty powerful. And then others bring in all sorts of goodness for us, whether that's creativity, light, grounding, all sorts of different things. They recommend 3 main crystals. 2 of them are very, very popular, so they should be easy to find. And those are clear quartz and rose quartz. The third one's a little bit harder to find because it is a hot commodity gem, and that is jade. So you may not have traveled all over the place collecting these items like I have, but very likely you have jewelry items in your jewelry box or somebody in your home may that you could either wear or bring into the space, or both. Those are really going to help promote and support you. Let's move on to number 4. It's kind of a no-brainer because I think it's like 80% made up of this element. You guessed it, water. Water is so important, not only because, it's pretty much who we are, but also you want to have it externally as well to remind you of flowing goodness, bringing wealth, light, creativity to us. And here's how to do it. So you may not have these amazing water features, and if you do, be mindful of them, because I do love water features. However, in my travels and my purchases, I have some water features that are a little bit more vigorous, flowing, and noisy. Those are not for the office. You want to put those outside or somewhere where that energy has more room to flow. Inside your office, you could put a smaller, quieter, kind of background noise water feature. That would be ideal. If you don't have these items, very easy to add this into your space. You may have a piece of artwork that is a visual of a body of water. You could add that to your desktop or in a photo frame. You may have some lovely fresh cut flowers with some water in the vase. That's all you need. Just a visual to kind of trigger your mind and keep you grounded. Let's move on to lamps. Lighting is hugely important. So lamps are one way to get lighting, but the ideal lighting situation would be, of course, natural. So open up those blinds, let that goodness in, get that vitamin D, people. It's free. So another piece to that is you may have access to this beautiful light, but you may be on a ground level or in a busy area where opening those blinds are actually going to distract you if people are walking back and forth or you're seeing shadows of movement outside. That's not going to help you stay focused. So in that case, keep the blinds closed and use those lamps and the mirrors to reflect the light. So even within your light sources, you have lots of options. If you think about the different light bulbs out there, it's plenty. So there are the softer, more warmer lights that have more of a yellow tinge to them. And there's also the natural lighting that you can get now too. That's kind of that white, brighter light. And then there's the blue light. I would personally stay away from the blue light. It's just, we get enough blue lights off of our electronics already. If you're working on a computer or a laptop, it's kind of sufficient. Moving on. So, from the lamps to the wood. We need wood elements in our space as much as we need all the others. An easy way to have wood in your space is check out what your desk is made of. Maybe the chair you're sitting on. Perhaps you live in a wood building. We don't have to really get too intricate in thinking about these items and what to bring into our space. It can be quite simple. For me, I have a multitask item in my space, which I love multitasking when it's done right, which I'm still working on. So I have a beautiful salt lamp in my space, which neutralizes negativity. It helps the flow of energy. It cuts down on the emissions that electronics puts out. And it also has a wood base to ground me and remind me of the earth. I also live in a wood building, so, there's that. And my desk is wood. So there's a lot of wood going on in my space. But if you don't have those elements already, you may want to bring something in or be mindful. Let's do the last one, which is also my favorite, shiny things. Who doesn't love shiny things? Okay, silver. Bits of silver really help positivity. They help us feel good about ourselves and be creative and insightful. So you don't need a lot of it. You may have some in your light fixtures and around your space already, or maybe you're wearing some silver. Who knows? It really is that easy. Okay, well, those are the 7 elements, and you can put these anywhere on your desk, like I said. If you have a smaller desk, you may want to put them around the desk instead of on there, or you can tier things to make more space and get some height and still have those items on your desk. All right, well, get to it. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. You can get out there and have a look, really think about the items you have already in your space and what you could bring into your office space as you're transforming it. So also, sit with the items, feel good about the items, but remember, the biggest part about this energy is what we bring to the table, what we're bringing to that desk, what we're bringing to that room and that space. If our energy isn't right, all the Feng Shui in the world is not necessarily going to help us transform unless we have that peace inside. So again, the attitude of gratitude, really checking yourself, looking for the silver linings, finding those great things about what's going on in the world right now, and appreciating them. So for me, before I get into my office space in the morning, 2 things need to happen. 1, meditation. I need to get this right and get this aligned so that I am ready to support everybody else. The other one is a really good cup of coffee, because nothing happens in my world without a really good cup of coffee to start the day. So I hope you enjoyed this. Get out there, do your scavenging around your place, put out the items, take photos, share them with us. We want to see what you're up to and get inspired by your work too. All right, take care, and I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.